Hello everyone. Today we will discuss about ANDA and SNDA. Firstly, ANDA. ANDA means abbreviated new drug application. It is a type of application that pharmaceutical companies submit to the regulatory authority in various countries, including India, to seek approval for a generic version of an exciting approved brand name drug. The ANDA pathway allows the generic manufacturer to demonstrate that their product is equivalent to the already approved reference drug in terms of active ingredients, dosage from strength route of administration and intended use. By submitting an ANDA generic drug, manufacturers can bypass the need to conduct extensive preclinical and clinical trials, which are typically required for the approval of new drugs. Instead, they need to demonstrate the bioequivalence of their product to the reference drug through appropriate studies. In India, the authority responsible for regulating drugs is the Central Drug Standard Control Organization (CDSCO), which evaluates and approves application for both generic and brand name drugs. Process of ANDA. At firstly, research and development. The first step involves conducting research and development to develop a generic version of an exciting approval drug. The generic drug must demonstrate bioequivalence to the reference listed drug or the brand name drug. Second, drug master file DMF. The generic drug manufacturer creates a drug master file which contains confidentially and detailed information about the generic drug. Manufacturer composition and controls the DMF is submitted to the FDA. Third one is the pre-submission meeting. Before the submitting the ANDA, the generic drug manufacturer may request a pre-submission meeting with the FDA to discuss the application process data requirements and any questions related to the submission. Fourth one is the ANDA submission. The generic drug manufacturer submits to ANDA. The FDA application includes data and information to demonstrate the generic drug is the therapeutically equivalent to the RLD and meets the necessary safety, efficacy and quality standards. Fifth one is a FDA review. Reviews the ANDA to ensure it meets all regulatory requirements. This review includes an assessment of the drug safety, effectiveness, labeling, and quality. The goal is to determine whether the generic drug can be substituted for the RLD without compromising efficacy or safety. Sixth one is the bioequivalence studies. The generic drug manufacturer typically conduct bioequivalence studies comparing the generic drugs performance to that of the RLD in healthy individuals. The studies helps establish that the generic drugs is absorbed into the bloodstream at the same rate and extent as the RLD. Seventh one is the approval or response. After viewing the ANDA and supporting data, the FDA will either approve the application if it meets all requirements or issue a response outlining any deficiencies or questions that need to be addressed before approval. The patent and ex- exclusivity issues before approving the ANDA. The FDA also evaluates any exciting patents or exclusivity rights for the RLD. The generic drug manufacturer may need to address patent issues or wait until the patents expire before launching the generic drug. 9.1 is the market entry. If the ANDA is approved and any patent exclusivity concern are resolved, the generic drug manufacturer can market and sell the generic drug in the India. It's essential to note the drug approval process can vary in other countries, but the ANDA process outlined above is specific to the India. This process and regulation are subjected to changes. It's always best, and they are referred to the most current guideline and resources provided by the FD. Second one is the SNDA, Supplementary New Drug Application. SNDA is a regulatory submission to the United States Food and Drug Administration FD or IND FD that seeks approval for a modification or expansion of an existing approved drugs labeling use or formulation. In other words, it is a request to make changes to an already approved drugs marketing application. Firstly, SNDA may submitted for various reasons including the new indication, seeking approval for the drug to be used to treat a new medical condition or disease or was not included in the original. Second one is the dosage regimen. Requesting approval for a different dosage, strength or regimen for the drug. Third one is the patient population. Seeking approval to use the drug in a different subset of the population such as children or older patient. Fourth one is the combination therapy. Requesting approval for the drug to be used in combination with other drugs or therapies. Fifth one, new formulation. Seeking approval for a modified formulation of the drug, such as different route of administration, example oral to injectable. Sixth one is the safety and efficacy data submitted. Thus the SNDA process involves providing evidence and data for clinical studies, preclinical research, and other relevant information to demonstrate the safety and effectiveness of the process change. The FDA reviews the application to ensure the modification meet the requirement standards and to the benefits of the changes outweigh and potential risks. It's worth noting the specific regulation and procedure for SNDs may vary in other countries.